Now, before we jump into this video, it's very important that you understand the purpose of this video is for educational and scientific purposes only. I am not endorsing or promoting the use of this substance that we're going to be talking about in this video. It's very important that before you consume or take any substance whatsoever, no matter what it is, that you consult your doctor. Your doctor knows you better than anybody else, and they're going to be able to give you information that's going to determine if this is something for you or you should avoid it. It's very important to also know that different types of medications that you might be on might counteract and interact with this substance in different ways. So it's very important for you to speak to your doctor so you can know if this is right for you. But again, I am not promoting the use, nor am I promoting anything to do with this product. This is strictly for educational and scientific purposes only. Let's go.
Tripping on acid in the hotel lobby. Everything moving hella fast, Ricky Bobby. Floating in the ethers. Listen to the ethers, you can probably tell the future. Superhuman man.
What's going on, Trip Team? First of all, I want to welcome you guys back to a brand new video. Now, if this is your first time here on Willy's World, go down below, hit that subscribe button and the bell off to the side so that way you guys know when I drop a new video. By the time this video drops, we should be at 50,000 subscribers. I am so immensely grateful to all of you guys that have made this happen. As always, all my social media is right here. New Instagram, TTF_Willy. That's my official Instagram. I'm releasing it for the first time on this video right here. We're trying to go through an appeal process with Instagram, but it seems like their bot algorithm is giving us a lot of trouble. So we don't know if we're going to get the other Instagram back, but the new one is right there. So make sure you guys go follow it. I have probably the biggest giveaway I've ever done going on right now. There's going to be 2 winners, 2 mystery boxes. Inside those mystery boxes, there's going to be things like compound microscopes, impost sailors, Myco bags, all different stuff. And Inoculate the West just donated a ton of spores that I'm going to throw in the mystery boxes as well. So I want to thank them for doing that. They didn't have to, but they offered to do it. So if you guys are interested in that giveaway and you want to get in on that, go over to my Instagram, look for the post that talks about the giveaway, and just follow the instructions down below. Super easy. I'm not sure when we're going to pick the winners. I wasn't sure if we was going to do it at 5,000 or 10,000 since it's going to be a really big giveaway, but we'll see what we're going to do, and I'll keep you guys updated as we go along. And of course, my Patreon's right there. That's where you guys are going to find the exclusive library. So my private library that I can't put out publicly, it's over there. There's going to be something like 150 videos, all categorized step by step. Everything that you guys could possibly want is over there. We also have a private chat room that I'm in every single day with a marketplace, and we got where you could ask me questions and set up one-on-one Zoom calls. We do monthly Zoom meetings for the entire group. It's a lot of fun, and I think you guys will get a lot out of that if you guys are getting into this. So make sure you go check it out. All right, enough with the self-promotion. Let's get into this video. So this video was not planned to be released this week. It was supposed to be released in a couple weeks, but the other day I was talking to one of my Patreon supporters on a one-on-one call, and their family member is dealing with an opioid dependency, right? They're addicted to opioids. Now, he knows who he is, and for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna say his name or anything like that, but this is the reason why this video is dropping. It is so important for this information to be out there because people need to be more informed about what it is before they make a decision. This Trip Team family member is looking to help their family member get off of whatever they're on, and this might be a viable way for them to do that. And that's what they brought up to me, and they wanted to know more information. So what we're going to be talking about today is a plant, a substance called Kratom. Now, so many of you guys have been asking questions about this. What is it? What's its effects? What's its legalities? What do the different colors mean? We're going to cover all that in this video. So let's jump right into it. So Kratom is a plant that's closely related to coffee. It's in the same family. Now, for thousands of years, Kratom is very prevalent in Asia. That's where it originally came from. So Borneo, Thai, that's where it's deep rooted in their culture. Kratom, like I said, is very closely related to coffee, but it does have some different effects. But don't go too far, because some of the kratom can have the same effects as coffee, just amplified. So if you guys are coffee lovers out there, then you guys are probably gonna love this. This is really cool. Now, its name also reflects where it comes from. So just like any other plants out there, there's different strains. So if you guys were cultivating it yourself, or you guys went to go purchase it, you guys might see white Borneo, or green Borneo, or white Thai, red Thai. You guys might see this. This is just the different strains that are out there and where they come from. Now, if you guys get, let's say, white Thai, it doesn't mean it was grown and came from Thailand, because as the use of it became worldwide, it's also grown in other places, but its name still sticks. So you might see white Thai being grown in Africa or South America or wherever it comes from. The most important thing is paying attention to that white, green, red, yellow, gold, that color that's at the beginning, because that color is gonna equate to the different effects that it's gonna have on you and the people that use it. So let's talk about the colors real quick. So the three most common colors that you guys will run into is white, green, and red. There's also other colors on the market like yellow and gold, but they're less common, so we're not really gonna talk about those. We're just gonna talk about the top three that everybody's probably seen already. So the color of the kratom is gonna equate to the age of the plant. So first of all, let's talk about the plant itself. So the plant grows, it has veins inside the leaves of the plant. As it ages, is gonna have a different color. So that's where we get the white from, the green from, the red from. It's actually the color of the veins in the plant itself. So if you guys see white kratom, that would mean that it came from a young plant. White is attached to young plants. Then you guys will see green, that's a plant that's maturing, it's a little bit older. And then you got red, which is pretty much the oldest of the plants. And that just means the different colors of the veins. So if you guys see white Thai, it's really white vein Thai. It's the veins that are actually growing in the leaves. As a kratom plant matures, those veins will change color due to the different alkaloids that are actually inside of them. So of course, there'll be a buildup of different alkaloids as they keep going through their life, and that's what's gonna determine the color of those veins. Now, each color has different effects. So white is associated with energy or energetic. So if you wanted a stimulant or like a really strong coffee, then you guys would look at the white kratom. White kratom is associated with energy. Green kratom is associated with euphoria or euphoric. So, letting your guard down, being more happy, that euphoric feeling. That's what the green kratom is typically used for. And red kratom is usually associated with sedatives. So this is typically used by people that are having issues with insomnia, or they have anxiety issues, or they're really high strung and they want to bring it down a level. This is typically used by them. So as you guys could see, there's three different types of kratom that you guys will commonly see, with three drastically different effects depending on the age of the plant. Now, just hearing those effects, you could obviously see how this could cause some issues with some daily medications that you guys might be taking. So that's why it's so important to speak to your physician and make sure that this is right for you before you ever venture off and do this on your own. It's the safe way to do things. It's the right way to do things. Now, let's talk about the legality of it, right? Because everybody's wondering, whoa, is this legal? Is it a drug? It is 100% federally legal in the United States. 100%. So in 2016, the DEA tried to put kratom up as a Schedule I narcotic. So in the same category as meth, heroin, and LSD, unfortunately, which is ridiculous that would even be in the same category. But regardless, it tried to put it in the same category as those substances. There was so much backlash about this that the DEA actually removed it from the Schedule I list. They never passed the law. They removed it because they wanted to give the community time to speak on it. So from 2016 to present day, it is 100% legal to buy, sell, possess, consume. There is nothing illegal about it. Like I said, it's in the same family as coffee. It's in the same exact family. Just there's different effects, but it's in that same family. Now the compounds and alkaloids inside kratom can range. There's many different alkaloids and compounds in kratom, but the two most prevalent are mitragynine and hydromitragynine. These are going to be the two compounds that have the most effect physically and mentally when you guys actually consume it. Now, depending if there's more or less of one or the other and mixed with the other alkaloids, that's what causes the different effects that you might feel from the different colors of kratom. Now, some people say, well, is it addicting? Too much of anything could be addicting. It just is what it is. Think about coffee. Since this is closely related to coffee, let's talk about that for a second. If you drink a cup of coffee every single day when you wake up, if you go after a couple years, you have one day where you can't get no coffee, you're gonna have a craving for the coffee. But if you're an occasional coffee drinker, it really doesn't bother you. You know, you really don't need it, you don't think about it. It's the same exact thing. Too much of anything, and if you do it in repetition, day after day after day, you know, it's something that's in your schedule. If you go a day without it, of course you're gonna be thinking about it. You're gonna have cravings for it. That's just what it is. So some of you guys might be asking, well, is it safe? Is there anything that could happen to me or a loved one if they were to take kratom? And to be blatantly honest, it's a very, very, very low risk. Between the years of 2016 and 2017, the CDC did an investigation. They looked into 27,000 overdose cases and they tested all them to see who had kratom in their system. 91 of those 27,000 had kratom in their system. But that might sound really scary. Well, 91 people died pretty much within a year and a half from kratom. No, that's not true. Out of those 91 people that did have kratom in their system, 84 of them also had other substances in their system, like opioids, fentanyl, benzos, different things inside their system that could have contributed to the fact that they overdosed. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. That's why it's so important to consult a doctor before you ever use anything. But like I said, as far as the legalities of it go, it is 100% federally legal to buy, possess, sell, consume. It's 100% legal. Now, each individual state might have its own rules surrounding kratom, but for the most part, every single state, except for a handful, it's legal. Some states might only let you take it if you're 21 years or older or 18 years or older, but it is legal in most states except for a handful. There is a few states that have banned it and they said, it's not allowed, you can't use it, you can't buy it, sell it, possess it, anything like that. But on a federal level, it's 100% legal. As far as the state you're living in, you actually have to look into it. Now, I'll put a link down below with more information. So if you guys wanted to dig into this deeper and you guys wanted to look into it and see, what the legalities are exactly where you live, you wanted to show this information to your doctor to see if this might be a potential, candidate that you could actually use for something you're dealing with, then I'll do that. I'll put a link down below. I'll also put a link down below to that CDC investigation that they actually did, so you guys could read through it for yourself. And it's a really interesting read. You guys might enjoy it. Now, as you guys could see right here, we have 3 different types of kratom. So we actually have red, we have white, and we have gold. I don't have green kratom, but just looking at it with the naked eye, you really can't see a difference from one to the other. They kind of all look the same. And that's because the veins are so small, you can only see them with a magnifying glass, or if you're really, really well versed in this, when you're harvesting the leaves, you guys could see it. Another factor that goes into the color of the veins is the way it was harvested, how it was dried, things like that. All that's going to play a very serious effect on the final outcome of the kratom itself. Now, how do people usually consume this? People usually consume this 3 different ways. So they either make a tea with the powder. The tea actually tastes like green tea. If you've ever drank green tea or just tea in general, That's exactly what it tastes like. It even smells like that. So when you guys smell it, it smells like tea leaves. That's exactly what it smells like. That's one way. Another way people do it is they fill up capsules and then they just have their capsules ready to go. Another way people actually get this into their system is they make different topicals and things like that. So they make different types of creams and lotions and they actually rub it on different areas of their body. And over a slow period of time, this will actually be released in your body. Now, like I said, not promoting it. I just want you guys to know all the facts and all the science behind it because I've gotten so many questions from you guys and especially that person I was speaking to the other day. And let's bring up his case specifically. He has a family member that's addicted to opiates and they want to get off. And they're thinking that this might actually be a good alternative or a good natural way to help get them off of those substances. And for many years, this has been a natural way to combat opioid addiction. There's also other substances out there like ibogaine and things like that. But Kratom is another one of those substances that are used and has a really high success rate. It's just many people don't know about it and a lot of people aren't informed about it. Some people stand on one side of the fence or the other side of the fence. Me personally, my honest opinion about Kratom is, if it's used under the direction of a doctor for the correct purposes, it could actually be extremely beneficial. But you shouldn't just go out there and start popping it and taking it because abuse of anything isn't good. So you want to make sure you're taking it for the right reasons, that it suits your needs. From personal experience, I've taken it maybe, between 5 and 10 times with different types of results. And that was actually before I knew more information on it when it comes to the colors and the different effects and things like that. So that's why it's very important for a video like this to be out there so you guys know the difference. Now, this specific Kratom came from exoticearthseeds.com. I want to thank them for sending it to me to do this video. It was really helpful to have it in front of me so I could show you guys exactly what it looks like, and the differences and the colors and things like that. So big shout out to them. They're just a great super supporter of what we do over here. And I want to thank them for doing that. So pretty much at the end of the day, that's exactly what Kratom is. That's what the differences are in the colors. That's what the legality of the entire Kratom industry is. Like I said, 100% federally legal. It could vary state to state as far as state laws go, but it is federally legal. As far as it comes to consuming it, make sure you speak to a medical professional, your physician. They're going to know you better than I could ever possibly know you. And they're going to be able to tell you if it's going to interact with any medications that you might be on or any conditions you might have. Safety, education, harm reduction is the name of the game. These are great, amazing substances, but if they're used in an improper manner, there could be consequences. So it's very important for you to go into this informed. With that said, that's pretty much it. I don't want to drag this video out too much. I just wanted to give you the basic information on it. I wanted you guys to see exactly what it looks like. And I wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much for all your love and support. I couldn't do this without you guys. I really love you guys. I'm Willy Myco. Do good, be good, live good. Namaste.